I'm Banks.
I'm Josh.
Odd places going viral.
Yeah, baby.
I find myself wearing a mask in public. Do you wear a mask
I do.
in
Yes.
public? Okay. In the parking lot?
Oh, Winn-Dixie also. Publix, Winn-Dixie, and Costco.
Okay. So wherever I go, I have the mask, and once I enter the place, I put the mask on. I feel that there is a type of resentment from me wearing a mask. My issue, my hang up probably. Of course, it is my issue. And the hang up is that those who are not wearing a mask are irritated by me wearing a mask. Even though I don't, I have no basis
Weird.
for it besides what I feel.
Yeah. That's
And
weird. Like, why would someone be resentful at you for doing something that does not affect them? And I know the answer to this, but it still seems weird that somebody would.
well, this is my issue. So when I'm out there, I'm just kind of waiting for someone who is not wearing a mask to approach me and say, "Why are you wearing a mask? What's wrong with you?" Whatever they want to say, and
Huh?
and I just want to come back with, "I'm wearing a mask for you, so you do not catch what I have."
And see, what I would say to that, if they came at me angry,
Mm-hmm.
I would say I'm wearing a mask because I'm not an asshole. That's just what I would tell them. Like, that's why. If, in fact, I was thinking about it today. I was thinking that wearing a mask is like wearing a seatbelt. It's uncomfortable. Nobody wants to do it. But it's the right thing to do, especially if there's other people depending on you. If you have, let's say you have a family. If you have a family and you're driving a car and you don't wear a seatbelt, which increases your risk of dying and leaving them stranded, if you don't wear a seatbelt, you're an asshole. You're a freaking asshole. And that's my opinion. Because it's selfish. It's absolutely selfish to do something like that.
Okay, so you're jumping into this society, this fascist viewpoint, and I'm just throwing this out there. I don't mean
Okay.
of like socialism. Wait a minute, don't tell me what to do, okay? Don't tell me I need to wear my seatbelt. I had an uncle. He never died from a seatbelt. He died from smoking,
Yeah.
lungs, cancer. He would never wear a seatbelt. He never wanted to be told what to do.
It's very irresponsible. I don't wear a seatbelt because I have to. It's not, I don't wear it because it's the law. I wear it because it's the right thing to do.
Right,
That's
right.
it.
So you wear a mask in public because it's the right thing to do.
Correct. And
Now,
that's the only reason.
okay. So we see this in China, and they've been doing it for years. And in
Right?
big cities, we see, I think, mainly Asian people who have started this. And well, I'm going to play devil's advocate. Well, I don't want somebody telling me what to do. I don't want to have to wear a mask if I don't want to wear a mask. I'm above this. I'm not going to get anything.
Yeah, look, freedom is great until it infringes upon someone else's freedom. You don't get to, that's where your freedom ends in a society, when it impinges someone else's freedom.
Okay.
So if you're going to go out there and spread your germs and you're going to impinge on someone else's right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, then you don't get to make that choice in society. You want to make that choice? Go out in the freaking woods, go dig yourself a hole, live there, and be happy. And that's okay.
Okay. So we need to get along in order to stay alive. And
Yes.
by doing that, you are talking about society. You're talking about vaccinations. If smallpox gets out, we're going to be screwed. I mean, or tuberculosis, or
Yeah.
so you're saying societal wise, get the vaccination, wear the mask, put on
Not as, the vaccination, I'm not the craziest about, to be honest. But look, here's the thing. I'm not talking about putting ice picks under your fingernails. I'm
time
not
out.
talking about, yeah.
If there was a vaccination or vaccine for COVID-19, would you take it right now?
I would rather wear a mask than take a vaccine right now.
All right.
If that's the trade-off, right? I don't take the flu vaccine. I'm just not a fan of needles getting stuck in my arm.
Do you give blood?
I do. Again, not because I enjoy it, not because I want to, because it's the right thing to do.
Okay.
I'm a universal donor. I
Yeah.
do give blood, but by the way, when they put the straw in my arm, they have to cover it because I can't see my own blood. I'll pass out.
Okay. All right. All right. All right.
So I'm taking one for the team on that one.
Okay. So what you're saying is you are saying that, I mean, your line that you're drawing here is, well, you know what? Vaccines. I don't want to do vaccines. If I get something, I get something. I'll wear a mask to protect
Right.
everybody else.
Well, no, this is under the assumption vaccines are not mandatory because they're still not mandatory for flu.
Right.
So when it's my choice, that's the choice I'm going to make.
Okay.
If they become mandatory, maybe we have a different discussion, which I hope that's not the case.
I see. So, you know, what would happen if somebody did come up to you? Well, you would say,
And here's my true issue with the masks. Again, if I was asking someone to like burn their skin off to save the rest of society, okay, I understand the resistance. We're talking about wearing a mask. We're talking about something that's pretty innocuous. It's not, boy, of all the things that you have to do that you don't like, wearing a face covering is just seems so small and inconsequential in general to have such a big fight over. I think that's part of my issue with people that don't like wearing masks.
Okay. So
Like weighing the two sides,
Okay.
weighing your discomfort for wearing a mask versus the potential hazard you create.
Okay.
I just think it's way out of balance.
Okay. So what are the options then if you don't want to wear a mask in a society we live in the United States?
Don't go out. Don't go out in society. Don't go out.
Do not go into society. So
and this is all under the pandemic. This is not forever. This is just when things are really hot, which they are right now, just during this time.
Right.
I don't mean forever.
Okay. So let's say we're 9 months out of having a vaccine. We wear these masks for 9 months. After 9 months, we get a vaccine or we get whatever. We have a choice to make. Will you still continue wearing masks in public?
If it's recommended and it is shown still scientifically to help others, yes. If there's no science behind it anymore, if the incidence of spreading the virus is so low and it's almost inconsequential, then I'll stop, right? I'm a science guy. I used to be an engineer, so I'll look at the data and the facts and I'll make an informed decision.
All right. Because I'm thinking I'm just always going to wear a mask.
Okay.
I mean,
here's something I will stop doing though.
What is that?
I will stop shaking hands.
Oh my gosh, me too. I think
then that'll keep permanent. I will permanently stop transferring my germs to someone else's hands every time I say hi to them.
All right. Yeah. What about hugging a stranger? Or what about hugging like a family member?
I think hugging's a little different. The hands are your dirtiest place on the body, so you can hug without like putting it right to their hand and then they touch their face.
Okay. All right. What about, no more handshaking. So what are you gonna do? Like bow or go, hey, elbow to elbow or something?
Elbow, even a fist bump is much, much safer than shaking hands.
Wow.
Just surface area wise, as far as what you're transferring.
Right. I see. Okay. So what other things are you gonna change? Because I don't think I want to shake hands anymore. I really don't. I don't see myself shaking hands.
And that's gonna be a hard habit for me to break because I'm just naturally always like looking to shake hands. Yeah.
I have found that I since this whole thing, when I'm around people, I'll go in for this block or that block. And I was doing that like immediately.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what else I would change though, to be honest. I'm not sure. That's like the number one thing. Maybe washing my hands, hygiene, washing my hands more often, maybe.
I am much more conscious of where my hands are. In my house, I'm okay. Even when I touch my face, I know that. When I'm out in public, I am just, these hands, these hands become these giant hands, and I just know every place they've been. It's like Bill and Ted's, not Bill and Ted's, what's that movie? Kevin Smith movie, and it's a parody on Luke Skywalker, and he's got a big hand in the movie. Anyway.
Oh, I'm not sure. So
do you
have big hands?
I do not have big hands. No.
Okay.
I just envision them as very big when I'm out in public. Like, oh my God, they're giant. So let me put something over them. I'm Banks.
I'm Josh.
Our place is going viral.
Viral.